Internet, it's Katie and this chick,
Ashley,
from down the hall. Today we're filming a video all about our favorite books. It was kind of a hard decision, I'm not gonna lie, but you know, us nerds, we stick it together. So basically, we like reading and we wanted to share our all-time favorite books with you guys in this video, and obviously there's a little bit of an age difference between us. So she is 13, I am 18. Our taste in books are a little bit different, only a little bit. We're basically the same person. I hope this video is helpful for you guys, and just for reference, some of the books we'll talk about today aren't tangible books. We also love using the, is this a Nook or a Kindle?
Kindle.
Let's turn it on. Dramatic effect. We also like using our Kindle to read books, and something that I recently discovered that I talked about in my January favorites. I was gonna say July for some reason. January favorites, I talked about my all-time favorite app of the moment, which is Audible, which allows me to listen to my books. It doesn't involve page turning, it doesn't involve cramping of the fingers. I really love listening to my books, and it's one of my guilty pleasures at the moment, so definitely check out Audible. I have the link and all of the information in the description box below, as well as on the screen right here.
British accent. What?
Sometimes I drift into those during videos and amuse myself a little, but anyway. So, beyond that, we also have some tangible books, and we're going to talk about them today. So,
you can start.
Without further ado, well, you're supposed to start. You're the guest. So I'm going to take it back to when I was like 6 years old, and my mom used to read me, yeah, like about 6. I was in the single digits, and my mom would read me the Harry Potter series before bed. I've discussed how much of a Potterhead I am on here before, but this is the original first book. It was, you know, first read to me, and then I ended up reading it myself. Oh, did you ever read this book?
Yeah. I read all of them.
Yeah, it's kind of like frayed at the corners. I'm on book 6 still. I have not budged from there because I've just been like into all these other books, but Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone will always hold a special place in my heart for the very reason that it was the first book that was ever really read to me that I like actually, you know, like soaked in. I don't really know what year it came out, but my mom bought this like when it first came out.
Copyright is 1999.
Alright, so I guess I was about like 5 or 6. Probably not old enough to quite understand the whole aspect of it, but I really, really love Harry Potter books, and those will be forever my #1 favorite book.
So I'm going to start with pretty much just the Pretty Little Liars series, and I have a whole bunch of the books. I only brought 2 though. The majority of them are actually on our Kindle, and I switch on and off from the paper to the
Kindle.
To the Kindle.
And by the way, we have no idea where this case is from, because I know you guys are going to be asking.
My mom got it like when we first got the Kindle. I don't know.
And my dad is the Nook, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're kind of like a Kindle. We don't really have a preference.
As some of you may know, it's a TV show on ABC Family.
Tuesday nights.
Yeah, Tuesday nights.
8 o'clock.
Eastern time. I've always loved mystery books, and these are really good mystery books. It's like cyberbullying pretty much, because like they get text messages from A, and I don't know, isn't it? It's like,
I'm geeking. Isn't it true that the books are different than the show?
Yes, they're very, very different. I'm actually on like the 14th book in the series.
Oh my gosh.
They're not that long. They're not
How
that
many
long.
books are there?
Well, if you think about Harry Potter, like those are like 2 of a book.
True. Harry Potter books are huge.
My favorite one is actually Twisted, though. I want to say this is like number 12 in the series.
I want to say this is number 12 in the series.
If you think, oh, I watched the TV show, I don't have to read the books. Read the books. Do it.
Or she will figure out where you live.
I will hunt you down.
Sleep with one eye open. So I'm kind of going to go chronologically in the order that I've read these books throughout my lifetime. Secondly, on the favorite book list is a book that I read sophomore year of high school. I read The Book Thief, and I originally heard about this from my friend's mom, which is kind of funny because, you know, typically the books that moms read are like kind of stuffy. First of all, absolutely incredibly written. The vocabulary, the diction of it is outstanding, and it actually went by very fast. The ending was heartbreaking. I cried for like a solid hour after I read it because, I mean, it's about war, so it's been a while since I've read this given, but it's based in 1939, so it's about like the Nazis, a young girl who's, you know, growing up in a time of war. Little spoiler alert, a lot of people die, so if you're not into books where a lot of mass like murders occur, then you might not be into this one. Really love this book. I will say it's kind of morbid though, if you're not into that. Like dark, kind of like sad, and you know, but sometimes that can be good.
My book slid down the wall and scared me.
Earthquake!
So my next book is 13 Little Blue Envelopes, And this actually has a sequel to it called The Last Little Blue Envelope, which I have on the Kindle. This book is about a girl. She gets these letters from her aunt, and she has to follow her aunt's directions. And she like goes off to Europe, and it's a big like chase to figure out like all this stuff about her life that she's clueless about. It was just a really good book. I read it in like a day.
I remember that. This is her like the nose in the book.
It's a really well written book, and it's about a girl who's
son? Hello! Alright. Beep, beep, beep. Alright, we're good. So the third book on my list is actually something that you've probably heard about or read or seen the movie, which is The Great Gatsby. And I know I noticed all my sticky notes. I really devoured this book. The sticky notes were for school. Really loved Gatsby. Read it before the movie even came out, so I had my own like visions for the characters, which is so different. Like a lot of the books I like to read end up being movies, and I'm like, no, I did not picture this character to look like that. No fair. Like, you know, I get very like emotionally attached to the characters I create in my head. I really loved this book just because the time period is just so interesting. Like the Roaring 20s. If I could like go back to any time period in the entire existence of time, I'd probably go back to the 20s. Worth the read. Obviously, it's very short in comparison to some of the other books that I like to read, so it was a pretty quick read for me, and I really got the most out of it because I studied it at school. It was definitely my favorite book that I've read at school.
Right now we are reading The Outsiders in Language Arts.
Is that about Stay Gold Pony Boy?
Yeah.
Stay Gold Pony Boy? Yeah, I read that. I read it in middle school. I like forget these books I've read. Okay, continue.
Yeah, well it's about gangs in the 1960s. Essie Hinton, she started writing this book when she was 15 and it got published when she was 17. So the yeah, so like the writing is just really different from what you would see from an adult writing a book for teenagers. Or
oh my god, I know that kid. Oh my god, I know them. That's so funny. Do you ever like look in the front of the books and you're like, oh my god, I know that person? If you like stalking me, you might already know about this, but I really love Divergent. Obviously, this has been a big read for a lot of YouTubers. I know a lot of people have talked about it, and it totally deserves all the recognition it's getting because it is an amazing book series. It's just something that's like very different. If you like the sort of Hunger Games style book where it's like dystopia sort of society, it has the romance, it has the adventure and like the you know, very dominant female character that I love because, you know, we rock. Females rock. I really, really love this book. I'm very excited for you to read it because I know you're going to go out right after this video and go buy it because you're good little subscribers. Who could possibly be calling us right now?
Just wait it out.
This is literally my life. So anyway, last but not least, for books that I love, I'm on book 4 of the Mortal Instruments series. I give all credit to the fact that I love this book series to my next door neighbor, Sophie, because she introduced me to the books. They're amazing. At first I was kind of like sketched out about them because you'll learn something in the first book that's just, like at the end of the first book, which is kind of just like, alright, this is just a weird series, but trust me, it gets better from there. I'm on the 4th book now and I just cannot get enough. It's just so good. There's like a perfect balance of like romance with like, you know, crime fighting teenagers, and as weird as it sounds, it's actually very good, and it brings in like angels and demons, which is very interesting to me, and I like reading this on the Kindle, and I also like listening to it. This is the one series that I really like listening to because it's constant, you know, fighting, jam-packed energy, and as I said in the beginning, I use Audible because I adore it, and I have it on my phone, which I take everywhere with me.
Pretty much, yeah.
Look, I tried to like touch my eye and I was like, wait, I have glasses on, duh. Mine are from 9 West.
Mine are Kate West. Or Kate West. Mine are Kate Spade, that's what I meant to say.
She's a cool cat, she's too cool for school. She's got Kate Spade glasses. Alright, so that's a wrap. Thanks for watching our book favorites video. Don't forget, check out Ashley's Twitter. I don't know why I said it like that. Twitter. YouTube. Facebook, just kidding, don't add her on Facebook, that's creepy.
I haven't used it in like 2 years.
Anyway, so that's our video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye!
She doesn't own a dress, her hair is always a mess. If you catch her stealing, she won't confess.